as bad as Canada gets, and it gets bad, the UK somehow manages to stay a step above it, ahead of it. Maybe not as much recently on immigration, but like we have hate speech laws. We don't really pursue them. England, you can't call somebody fat. Both countries have bad immigration laws. In England, they tell you that, East Africans actually are the ones who built the country. Sort of thing, little things like that, where you're just like, Canada sucks, but England is a little bit further ahead on that. Case in point today, UK households told to stay indoor for 4 hours on Sunday as temperatures soar. Not a heat warning as you would get in North America. Not a, it's really hot outside. Make sure you're hydrated. There's a heat wave. People die during heat waves. In the UK, they're saying, don't go outside for 4 hours. Brits are bracing, and I'm hiding this for a reason. Brits are bracing for a scorching Sunday with temperatures set to soar, prompting the Met Office to suggest staying indoors during peak heat hours. A lot of people are saying this is what climate lockdowns are going to look like. So you must be sitting at home. You must be thinking 110 degrees, which it hits in Arizona. In Canada, 40 degrees. It probably hits 35 degrees once or twice a year here. Definitely hits 30 a bunch of times. I melt down after about 24 degrees is when I start to melt down. You must be thinking they're going 115 degrees. The Mr. Burns is trying to plot to block out the sun. They're sending up cloud seeding to make it rain. They're putting gold in the sky to reflect the sun rays. That's how hot it's got to be to make them stay inside. In England, they're saying don't go outside because it's 20. It might hit 26 today. That's 77 degrees Fahrenheit. 77 degrees Fahrenheit is what it is at 3 a.m. in California. They're saying don't go outside today between 11 and 3 p.m. because it's 77 degrees or might hit 26 degrees Celsius. The upcoming week's scorcher is expected to hit its peak on Sunday before the mercury begins to dip from Monday. Health and weather boffins. What? Can we just speak regular English here? I know I was watching the Celtic and the Welsh channel earlier, but we can't understand you guys. And we choose not to, actually. The most intense UV rays are between 11 and 3, which could lead to heat exhaustion or other heat-related maladies, which is sicknesses. Copying French words there. To beat the heat, experts recommend keeping windows shut throughout the day and flinging them open after dusk to let the cooler night air. They're basically telling you you're a retard. That's what they're doing here. In England, they think you're retarded. They think you don't know door close equals air out. They think you're retarded. They think you need to be told window closed means keep warm air out. Window open, air in. Window closed, air out. Turn on air conditioning. Heat hot. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit out here, and they're warning people not to go outside. That is the government telling you you're a moron. They recently said that women can't be men and men can't be women. A transgender woman's not actually a woman. They recently said this in the UK, and maybe people thought, hey, there's some common sense coming back to the UK Parliament. And then a week later, they're just like, hey, idiot, heat be hot, stay inside. Wait a minute, it's only 25 degrees outside. That's not that hot, is it? Stay inside, love. It's gonna get you. If you go outside, you're gonna melt down. It's gonna be bad. You're all gonna die. That's really hurting my throat. But England, just when you think that the window is opening to freedom, they go ahead and say, no, you're stupid. Stay inside. Hot air bad, cold air good. This is where we're at here in England, it seems. We've got another article from the Express urging you to stay inside. Households in England urge not to go outside. We've escalated from recommended to urged. If you go outside, right? If you're thinking about going outside, we're increasing it. If you're thinking about going outside from about 11 to 3 p.m., you're not only risking your health, You're risking the health of others. We go back and forth between pronouncing the H. Here's an Indian guy in the sun. Residents in England, parts of England, may be well advised to stay indoors between 11 and 3. I like how the hours 11 and 3 are the new, are what becomes like the thing that gets echoed across the country. Yes, I guess that's what they likely put out in their press release or their notice or whatever. But that has it rings the bell of 6 feet apart, doesn't it? It rings true of 6 feet apart, 2 weeks to stop the spread, that sort of thing. Because immediate reactions out of England were climate lockdowns. Soaring temperatures are likely to blast parts of the country. If you're just off the top of your head, you're wondering, 25 degrees Celsius would be like a cooler July or August day in most places in the world, unless you're like way in the north or the south and it's really cold. Not even the south in most places. That would have to be like the South Pole. But if you're in Australia in the summer, you're hoping for 25. If you're in India, it hasn't been 25 since like the Ice Age. That's why things are sweaty and smelly there. It's over 30 all the time. If you're telling me that people are going to die in 25 degrees, you can't even survive in Canada. Canada is one of the colder countries in the world. It's hitting 25 probably today in May. And they're telling you people are going to die. 2 weeks to stop the spread. The latest forecast suggests Sunday will probably be the hottest day of the next week as temperature levels begin to drop a little from Monday. According to health and weather experts, the UV rays are the strongest between 11 and 3. The experts, you got to trust the experts. And other heat-related illnesses during spells of hot weather. Here's a man wiping his face. Other tips for coping with sweltering temperatures: keeping windows closed during the day and opening them at night. The NHS advises if you go outside, stay in the shade, especially between 11. This is the South Park where they ring the triangle for retard alert. A hat and light clothes, and avoid exercise or activity that makes you hotter. Electric fans can help with the temperature. This is so reminiscent of Stop the Spread. The experts are saying, and it's the dumbest advice, the experts are saying you can close the windows to keep the heat out. Stay in the shade. Wear lighter clothes. These are things you tell an 8-year-old. Wash your hands before dinner. Brush your teeth every day. Shower sometimes with soap. To avoid becoming a smelly dirtbag vagrant on the streets, don't forget to brush your teeth every once in a while and perhaps bathe, even with soap. If you wish to not contract communicable diseases, stay away from people that are sweating, coughing, and look pale. If a prostitute comes up with you with noticeable sores on her face, do not engage. This is what it sounds like, England. I don't know how you guys are allowing this, but I guess we could have said the same thing for COVID long ago. We want to get to transgender space travel.